Over the past 12 months, I've took a bit of a shit kicking. And as you can see, I'm in a beautiful new apartment in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. And I love it. We're having a great time. Feels like we've got some momentum. However, I want to share what I've learned because yes, you can get kicked down, but as long as you get up, you're good. And for me personally, I'm going back to my roots. And by that, I mean, I started this game as a copywriter, and I don't like billing myself as a copywriter because it's very limiting. You become an employee in somebody else's machine, usually, and it's not representative of my skill set because I have helped people build out entire funnels from scratch. Like, we're talking 8-figure brands that I've done this for, or at least people that earn 8 figures and they have brands that they have on the side. So I hated it when people called me a copywriter. And yet that's what largely the market, my audience, and my network knows me as. And of course they know me for other things like coming in and consulting. And I share that with you to say that I attempted to branch out in ways where it wasn't really my strong suit. And I'll give you an example. So creative strategy is super hot right now. And if you're in that, if you know creative strategy and a little bit of media buying, and some video editing, or even just one of those skills, you'll probably do very well. For me, however, because my brand was not associated with that, and the people who knew me and my reputation was not associated with that, it was a bit of an uphill battle. And it's always gonna be this way. When you do anything, like jujitsu, right? I always give the example of martial arts because that's what I know. You start that, it sucks, it's uncomfortable. But you know at the end you will have something that makes you very capable and something that most people lack, and most people just don't do hard, difficult things. And so I felt, hey, I've done hard, difficult things. I know that I gotta put in the reps. I know I gotta work, and that's what I did. And yet there's also such a thing, I believe, now as embracing your strengths and saying like, okay, look, I was making a certain amount of money doing a certain amount of things. I stepped away from that and I decided to do something else because the market was hot, or because a mentor told me this, or I felt pressure, some sort of story, right? Maybe in hindsight, it's a bullshit story. And nonetheless, I learned from that when you have momentum, don't step away from it necessarily. Like, if in my opinion, I thought, hey, there's AI, it's kind of hitting a brick wall with copy if you're just building yourself as a copywriter. So you do have to pivot somewhat. And yes, of course, you have to adapt, you have to change. That's always the case. That will always be the case. And yet, I stepped away from something that, no, it turns out people actually still really want help with. And in fact, AI has made my job easier. It has made me more capable. It has made me more valuable. And I had the wrong perspective, I think, on it. I know what I should do. And I wanted to expand my skill sets. And there's a way of expanding your skills now that I see without stepping away from the thing that is your bread and butter. I think it's like your fundamentals in jiu-jitsu, to go back to that example. You don't stop doing the things that work just because the metagame has changed. Like, yes, maybe people are doing leg locks and there's a deficiency there in your game. You got to learn that, and then you learn that. But if you're good at takedowns and body locks and arm bars and things like that, rear naked choke, you don't stop doing that. You don't stop doing that. You don't totally revamp yourself as this thing, because these things pass. Creative strategy passes. Whatever comes after that will pass. Whatever fad word they use to describe the same thing that's been happening for years, decades now, that will pass. And I say that to say, don't neglect your bread and butter. Yes, spend some time developing your skills, branching out, learning new things. Don't neglect your bread and butter. That's the lesson I took away from that. And it feels good to be back doing what I'm doing because I'm good at it. And rather than fight the thing that people want to hire me for, I just embrace it. So that's what I'm sharing with you. And also I wanted to upload again because I have a great place. I'm very proud of it. You can see we got some roses because my girl had a birthday. And excited for this next chapter.